So today should be a little difficult while also being a little easy. So we'll get started as always. So how do I say your first name? Natalia, okay. Hands together and then circles. That's how we get started every single time, Natalia. Part of it is just getting the shoulders warmed up and then go backwards with it. And the other part is getting your brain. Eventually your brain says, oh, we're in fitness class. And this is just like, it's cue to get out of wherever you have been. And then figure 8 with it. Today, everything is on the ground, but most of it's kind of like core and stabilization based. So a lot of abs, a lot of like multi-directional ab stuff. Now we're going into just a little bit of a side lunge, sitting nice and deep, and then back nice and slow, but sitting, trying to get that butt down towards the heel. Good. Now what we're gonna do, pop up, grab your balance, back down, popping up, and back. Just getting a little bit more active here. Yeah, there you go. And then switch to the other side. What have you been up to, David? Not much. Been sharpening swords. Oh, nice. You gonna teach some more kids, or just for you? Yeah. I feel like at all those fairs, that's kind of your job. Especially if you're somebody who has something that's like not super mainstream. Like, people are very intrigued, so you end up teaching a lot. Heel to your butt. And now knee through to the front. Exactly. Investment for the future. Until the break of morning, while the radio is blind. And switch to the other side. Natalia, what'd you do this weekend? Where do you walk? Just around the house? Okay. Yeah. Do you live in Lewiston or Clarkston? Did you still met online? Did you know your husband, like, had you met in person before you moved here? No? Really? Fascinating. Yeah, of course, of course. 4? Okay. So you had. Okay. I was gonna be really impressed if you hadn't and you were still here. Hands out and now walking, just till you get some weight on the hands and then back in. Nothing too hard here. Certainly don't have to get those hips to completely flat. Good. Now, last one you're going to do here. You're going to take those hands, interlock the fingers, overhead, bend to one side, bend to the other, back down. Or maybe just a little bit, but don't cry. Everybody's watching. It's a big smile. And now we're going to add one more thing here, make it a little more active again. Fingers in. As you tilt, pick up one foot, tilt, and then pull back up. Tilt the other way. Don't fall over. And back up. Good. That was harder than expected. That might be our first workout move there. Okay, so like I said, everything today is going to be on the ground. First ones are going to be called cats and cows. We've done these before, but everything starts with the belly button here. So we're going to go down, arching the back, dropping that belly button as close to the ground as possible. And then you're going to draw that belly button into your spine and then pick that whole back up. The big thing here is that we don't want it just to be with the shoulders, and we don't want to just be like moving our butt around, okay? We should feel that core getting tight as it draws up into that cat, and then feel that belly button really beginning to relax, pushing down to create that cow, okay? So everything starts with the core. Then we're gonna have bird dogs, opposite arm, opposite leg. So you're gonna pick up that left knee, right hand, and then just go out. This one's a good one potentially to look sideways at the mirror. We want to see a nice flat back here. So as you can see, I have a little bit of a curve in my low back. That's just fine. We just don't want to see you like super arched or super down this way. We want to see a straight line from that wrist all the way down through to the ankle and then back down. What we'll do there, we'll do like 10 or so on one side, and then we'll switch to the other side because it's quite cumbersome to go here and then have to go back and forth. It just wastes a lot of time. So I'll cue you when we need to switch. Then we have what we're gonna call donkey kicks today. Same position, foot up though, hands on the ground, and then you're just small kicks, just squeezing through the glute. The big thing with all of these where you're on your hands in this little quadruped position, we don't want to be having those hands way out in front of our shoulders. And we also want to almost be able to like pick the hands up and be able to stay nice and stable. Clearly, if I pick my hands up, I'm going to fall on my face. But we don't want to be like laying on those hands, right? We want to be holding ourselves as best we can with as little pressure on those hands. Like I should be able to kind of basically have my two fingers and keep that same position. Then we're gonna have a similar thing to that bird dog, but we're actually gonna start using that back a little bit more now. So you're gonna go up with those hands like you did before, and then you're gonna go back and touch, and here, and touch, and back out. This one, we're concerned a little less with the back as a whole. I really wanna see that knee nice and high in the back, and I wanna see those hips as stable as possible. So you can see I'm really trying to fight to keep that knee up back here, and I'm not dropping or twisting my hips, okay? So I care less about the chest and the core as much as I do the hips on this one. Then the last two are gonna be an A-frame with a toe tap. Done this one before, definitely gonna start taxing the upper body, but you're gonna go back so basically you're up into a push-up position, back trying to touch the toes, back trying to touch the toes, really trying to hold on to those hands on this one because those hands want to slide. So the whole time you're trying to like kind of pull those hands back into you. If you can't reach your toes, that's just fine. We care more about as you do this, your butt's going up in the air, you're reaching, than I do how far back you're reaching, okay? And then last one, planks with a hip dip. So we're gonna be just on our elbows here. You're dropping one hip down, dropping down to the other side. Don't quite touch the ground. We don't want to have that pause at the bottom, but you want to keep a nice straight line in that plank the whole time, and your whole body's just twisting side to side. Okay, so we don't want to see those hips sagging or the butt up in the air with that one. I'll switch our music and then we'll actually get going. We will probably do 4 rounds today. Each move will be 30 seconds. Since you haven't been here for a class before. Goes without saying for David. On your mark, get set, and into those cats and cows. Remember, the belly button's the main mover here. Really starting nice and easy. Not trying to work too hard with this first one. As you come up, really pull that belly button in. If you look sideways at yourself, try to have a nice little arch through your back. So see if you can make that arch as uniform as possible. Very good. Now we're going into those bird dogs. So opposite arm, opposite leg, nice straight line. Try and keep that head in line with the back too. Good. Now switch over to the other side. At the top, really fire that shoulder to get that hand nice and high. Pay attention to how straight your leg is down the back. Good. Back down onto all fours into those donkey kicks. Just little pulsing kicks here. If you're getting to where your back feels like it has to arch, you're going just a little too far. Switch to the other side. This one is a very small move, okay? So your back's gonna have to move, that's fine. But this should not create any low back pain. Really get the sole of your shoe going straight up towards the ceiling here. Good. Now back to that bird dog position, into those roundhouses. This one's where you get to open up that chest a little bit. Keep that core nice and stable. Keep those hips. Basically, we could balance a wooden dowel across your hips here. Switch to the other side. It's hard, isn't it? The balance. Good. The coordination stuff, especially when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, it's all off. Now, up into those A-frames. So into that push-up position. Stepping back with those hands. When you come back down, get that weight back over the hands. Get all the way back down to flat before you go back up into the A-frame again. Good. Now, last one, down onto your elbows, into those hip dips. So get a nice solid straight line of a plank, dropping those hips down to one side, pulling up, dropping to the other. Good. Everybody's weight is over their elbows. That's excellent. Don't let those hips sag. Keep that straight line the whole time. And you are done. Excellent job. That's one round. Okay, 3 more. Hey, don't worry, the first or second round is always just about learning the move. And then rounds 3 and 4 are about making it harder. Did David recruit you to come to class? It's funny, these classes grow by department. Because like you talk about it at the lunch table or something, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, everybody knows each other except for me. I don't know anybody. All right, here we go. On your mark, get set, and go. Generally, the classes that have a lot of people that know each other are the ones that sustain a little bit better, like they grow more. Good. Keep that belly button as the main mover here. Now up into that bird dog, opposite arm, opposite leg, nice straight line, really engaging the back through the hamstring. Good. Switch to that other side now. Get that wrist nice and high. Very good. Up into those donkey kicks. Again, really squeezing the glutes, getting that heel going straight towards the ceiling. Get that knee nice and high. Good. Remember, this one's all about quality, not quantity. Switch to the other side. So we want that knee high, but we don't necessarily need to throw it above our head or anything. Good. Drop that leg down, opposite side into those roundhouses. Keep the knee high the entire time on these. It's a little difficult keeping that hamstring engaged the whole time. Good. Switch to the other side now. Make sure you're still breathing as we up the pace here just a little bit with our moves. About to be into those A-frames. Good. Now, A-frames up into that push-up position. Let those hips get back to level in between each of them. Good. Now down into that plank on your elbows. Keep that weight over your elbows. Dropping those hips side to side. Don't let those hips get sloppy though. Keep a nice solid plank the whole time here. And you're done. Excellent job. Halfway there. You're getting like movement basics 2.0 here. Last round we went through how to engage the core throughout everything and like how to stay stable, and now you're getting just thrown right into it. Everybody else got a nice slow increase. What'd you do this weekend? For your kid? Nice. What's next after graduation? LC? Nice. Does she know what she wants to do? Like what major she's going into or anything? We'll go ahead and get started here. I mean, Mark gets that cats and cows for teaching, like elementary ed or high school or something, or okay. Does she know anybody else that she's graduating with that is going for that same thing? It's like someone keeps coloring outside the lines. I try to remember to breathe. Yeah. Now up into that bird dog. It's sometimes really nice to go to college where you know somebody, and sometimes it's nice to be able just to go and do your own thing. Switch to the other side now. Okay. Yeah. Good. Now up into that donkey kick. And that's nice when you go somewhere. I mean, LC is a small enough campus that you'll know people by day 4. Switch to the other side, but it's nice when you know you have a friend that like that first week or couple months when you don't really know a ton of people, don't have a friend group, you at least have somebody. Now into that roundhouse. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Really reaching for that heel now. Kind of upping the tempo. Keep that hand nice and high as it sweeps around. Good. Switch to the other side. Trying to get a little more intense about this movement now. Really keeping that back engaged the whole time. Getting that long line started. Good. Up into those A-frames. Try and speed this up if you can. Just quicken that transition from plank back up to the toe. Good. Onto the elbows now. Last move. Keep it nice and tight the whole time. I know it's a difficult one to finish on. About 10 seconds left here. Keep the weight on the elbows. And done. Excellent job. One more round. Hopefully whatever you're doing today doesn't require too much ab workout. What time is breakfast for you normally? Yeah. Yeah. What time do you normally go to bed? Okay. So you're one of the middle ground people. Like there's some people that go home and they go straight to bed after a swing, and there's some people that stay up to like 4 or 5. You're the middle ground of like, okay, I went home, took a shower, had a second to watch a Netflix show, and then went straight to bed pretty much. Yep, there you go. Yep. Have a little bit of detox time, basically. And that's perfect. How old is your cat? Oh, still a baby. Still all into the mischievous stuff, I'm sure. That's fun. It's fun as long as they aren't climbing your curtains and climbing the wall. I'm sure. Here we go. On your mark, get set. Cats and cows, last round here. Remember that form, really focusing on the abs, moving us the most here. What's the kitten's name? That's cute. Good. Now into those bird dogs. Opposite arm, opposite leg. That head nice and stable as you go through here. That whole back is where you're drawing all your power from. Switch to the other side. As you get fatigued, it gets easy on these stability moves to start getting sloppy. But that whole power is drawn from your core, from your back here. Very good. Now, back into those donkey kicks. Just pulsing. Nice contraction through the hamstring. Good. Switch to the other side. Everything on the back of the leg should be working right now. Good. Over into those roundhouses. Nice long arm, long leg. Keep that hand high as it sweeps. Don't let it drop. Don't let it take the path of least resistance. Make it work. Switch to the other side. How do I do the move if I have the coordination component of my day is broken? So we're doing these, working on that stability. Good. Now up into those A-frames. The last two are the hard ones. Get the heart rate up a little bit with these A-frames. Let's do 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Excellent job. Down onto those elbows. Dropping those hips side to side. Keep that core tight. Pull those elbows in. Don't let your feet start walking away from your elbows. And you're done. Excellent job. You can stay on the ground for our cool down. I don't know what we're doing on Thursday, but it won't be abs. We'll have to give those a break for a week. Onto the ground here. Hands up over your head here. What you're gonna do, you're gonna bring one knee up and one leg straight and just do kind of a curl, switch legs, just curling up. Yep, just kind of a modified little leg lift here, and you're done. Now cross one leg over on top of your knee, grabbing behind your leg, pulling in, stretching a little bit of the hamstring, a little bit of the hip here. Good, switch to the other side. Natalia, what do you want to do for fitness class? What region of the body do you want to work out on Thursday? Your back? Okay, we can do back. Yes. Totally. Now up into a butterfly position. Just allowing kind of the adductors to start relaxing. Now, you're going to sit in that cheerleader seat here. What we're going to do, you're going to pick up the knee and then pick up the foot. Pick up the knee, pick up the foot. You can prop yourself up. We want to try and keep that chest as in line with this front knee as possible. Nope, doesn't like to do it, does it? It's hard. Work on some hip mobility here. Switch to the other side. We worked on a lot of stuff that deals with the hips today, so it's good to kind of support it with a little bit of mobility too. Is one side easier for you than the other? That one's harder? Yeah. Good. And now, last thing we're gonna do, you're gonna come up into that little pigeon stretch. So just chest over the knee. And then switch to the other side. Excellent. That's what we have for you today. We'll do back on Thursday. Maybe we'll start doing that more often. We'll just take y'all's interests. Kind of fun. Because in reality, it really doesn't matter the order we do stuff. I just kind of loop through things. So back works for me just as much as it works for anybody else.